If you've ever woken up with your mind racing, your chest tight, and that sinking feeling that everything is about to fall apart, take a deep breath, you're not alone. Anxiety has this sneaky way of stirring up chaos on the inside. Even when on the outside, everything looks perfectly fine. And believe it or not, Jesus understood this long before any modern emotional control guide ever existed. What's most amazing is that he didn't bring magical formulas, but simple, profound steps that are completely applicable today, steps that restore confidence in God, quiet the heart, and bring an inner peace no worry in the world can erase. You may not even realize it, but the solution you've been looking for might be something that has always been within your reach. And here is the part that intrigues people the most. Jesus didn't ignore anxiety, he confronted it. And he taught a path so practical that when applied, it transforms the way you think, feel, and live. Stay with us because you're about to discover these 7 transformative teachings, and you might realize that freedom is much closer than you imagined. Subscribe to the channel now. That way, you'll receive content that strengthens your faith and helps you in your daily journey of overcoming anxiety. Sometimes anxiety is born from this frantic race to have more, as if the value of our life depended on what we can accumulate. Jesus shows us that the real focus is on being present, being aware, being someone who trusts God even when everything feels tight. When we understand this, the mind finally gets some breathing room, and worry begins to lose its power. When you trade the pressure of having for the lightness of being, you notice that inner peace doesn't come from possession, status, or recognition, but from identity. It's like turning off a noisy fan you didn't even realize was drowning out your silence. This process of freedom is gradual, but incredibly powerful, because it realigns your faith and creates space for positive thoughts to grow. When Jesus uses the birds and the lilies as examples, he's reminding us that trusting God isn't fear, it's daily practice. Anxiety loves to whisper that we're alone, but the smallest details of creation prove otherwise. If the Creator cares for what seems insignificant, imagine how much more he cares for you, someone so precious to him. Sometimes, to recover that inner peace, all it takes is looking around the sky, the wind, a bird's song all echoing the message. Calm down. God is in control. This simple habit reorganizes the mind and cuts off worry before it grows. It's a continuous process that leads you to the freedom Jesus offers every single day. Anxiety loves to push us into battles that aren't even ours, making our minds create scenarios that will never happen. Jesus calls us to focus on what's actually within our reach and to leave the rest in God's hands, because suffering over what we cannot change only steals our inner peace. It's like carrying a backpack full of stones no one ever asked you to carry. When you identify what's outside your control, your heart realigns with trust in God, and freedom begins to take root. Try making 2 simple lists: what I can do and what I need to surrender to God. This practice organizes your mind and weakens worry. We live surrounded by situations that try to shake our peace, people's opinions, unexpected problems, crises. But Jesus reminds us that true strength comes from within, from that place where faith and trust in God grow deep roots. When your inner life is firm, nothing on the outside can dominate your mind. It's like a well-built house. The rain falls, the wind blows, but it stands firm. Strengthen your inner life with prayer, quiet time with God, and reading the gospel each day. I highly recommend it. This ongoing process leads you toward freedom from anxiety and calms your heart. Anxiety has this cruel habit of pulling us into the future, always rehearsing the worst-case scenario. Jesus shows us that preoccupation is just fear drafted in advance. It's not a real solution. Anticipating tragedy steals your present and feeds worries that will never come true. To break this cycle, train yourself to return to the now. Breathe, observe what's right in front of you, and do only what truly belongs to today. When you let go of that imaginary control, trust in God grows and inner peace returns. Jesus taught us that everything changes when our priorities shift. Anxiety grows when we try to hold the whole world on our shoulders, but shrinks when we place God at the center. It's like cleaning a smudged lens. Suddenly, everything becomes clear again. To practice this, start with something simple: a short morning prayer, a few minutes of silence, or reading the gospel of the day. These small habits strengthen faith, calm the mind, and dismantle excessive worry. Anxiety loves to create destructive inner dialogues. But Jesus shows us that we can choose which voices to listen to. When we embrace thoughts born from faith, inner peace takes up space again. Replace every toxic thought with a spiritual truth. Read the gospel of the day. Declare God's promises. And write down words of strength for difficult moments. And remember, thank God for everything you already have. This practice retrains the mind and pushes worry away. Anxiety wants everything to happen immediately. But Jesus reminds us that transformation takes time. Just like seed, your mind needs care, spiritual light, and patience. When you trust the process, the pressure eases. Start with small steps, reading the gospel daily, practicing gratitude, watching your thoughts. Every step shapes your mind and strengthens your faith, guiding you toward freedom. An anxious mind behaves like a playwright of tragedies. But Jesus reminds us that most fears live only in the imagination. When we realize this, trust in God grows. Whenever fear appears, ask yourself, has this actually happened? Or is it just imagination? That simple question brings your mind back to the present and opens space for inner peace. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you stay firm on this journey of faith, balance, and daily transformation. Jesus reminds us that living outside of today opens the door to anxiety. When we try to control the future before it's time, the mind becomes overloaded. But trusting that God cares for each day brings rest. Plan only what's necessary for today. Pray with gratitude for what you already have. And read the gospel of the day before starting your routine. Living one day at a time leads you to deep freedom from anxiety. Before anything else, subscribe to the channel right now so you continue receiving content that strengthens your faith, calms your mind, and brings you closer to what Jesus taught about overcoming anxiety. Walking with good company makes all the difference. After going through these steps, it's worth looking inside and asking yourself, which one do I need to practice today? Maybe it's trusting God more, adjusting your mind toward positive thoughts, or simply stopping yourself from anticipating problems. And here is another important reminder: if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now right here in the middle of the video, because new teachings may arrive exactly when you need them most. Now think honestly, what's been stealing my inner peace? What worry can I hand over to God today? What habit do I need to change so I can live one day at a time? These questions aren't meant to pressure you. They're meant to guide you into the process of freedom Jesus already began in you, and to stay on this journey of faith, transformation, and trust in God. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you stay close and grow with every new message.